Welcome back. Let's turn our attention to New York and the sex trafficking trial for Sean Diddy Combs. Joining us now, live outside the federal courthouse, Court TV senior producer Manuela Grinberg. Manuela, good to see you. Good afternoon. A late start this morning. Fill us in, though. What has happened so far?
Hey, Ted. Yeah, it was kind of a strange morning, especially as a Court TV member. When sidebars go on for a long time, we usually start to wonder what's going on. But really, today, after around, we started off with some fairly standard evidentiary issues, and then prosecutor said, just one more thing, and the judge said, okay, let's go talk in the robing room, what they call, chambers in federal court, and let's go with Jane's attorney. So Jane and her attorney and the parties go into chambers, and they're in there for a long time, 30 minutes, and then 30 minutes later, they come back, and they just start talking to Combs. His whole team, his whole 8-member team circles him. They start having these intense conversations. The prosecutors are having these intense conversations, and we're all just wondering what's going on. Then they start talking to each other in groups. No record is being made yet for the public, and we're all just kind of wondering what's going on. Ultimately, they just kind of, an hour later, the judge comes back on the bench. Mark Agnifilo, Combs' attorney, says, I just want to make a record that this is why public trials are supposed to be public. And it basically seemed as though it came down to the issue of concealing the names of certain people. Jane, who's on the stand now in the midst of cross, about issues with her anonymity. And basically it seems as though there was an issue around this January 2024 Las Vegas hotel party that Jane attended when she was on a break from Combs with a rapper and his girlfriend. And we heard more about this rapper, that he is an icon. He was a good, very close friend and associate of Combs. So we heard about this earlier in the trial, that they went to Las Vegas. She went to Las Vegas for this hotel party. Combs didn't know about it. But, it was just all very strange. And that's really all we had to go on, is that it seemed as though what Mark Agnifilo told us, I want to make a record in front of my client, because his client was in the robing room when this all happened. He said, I just want to make a record that this is why we objected to Jane's pseudonymity. This is why we object to a lot of the witnesses and people in this trial not being named, because it gives the public a chance to come forward and provide information that they may have in the midst of the trial. So that's all we know, is that there was something having to do with this hotel party. The defense objecting to the fact that we don't know the name of this rapper with this hotel party that Jane went to. And as Mark Agnifilo said, there was a lot of people there, and a lot of people saw things. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, during this hotel party, one of their entertainers that Jane and Combs frequently used was there having sex with a woman. And that was, so it was really like a lot of weird stuff going on that, raised more questions than answers.
Yeah, it sure does. So where are we now in the case? It seems to be, Jane is back on the stand again and again and again. It's day 6, I believe, correct?
That's right, day 3 of her cross, day 6 of her testimony. But yeah, so basically we picked up, now we're sort of in the tail end of their relationship. This is like late 2023, 2024. This is really after Jane sort of had an awakening, a reckoning, that she realized these hotel nights were always going to be the norm. And so she started talking to Combs about distancing herself from him, asking her for time away from him. And it was during this time that she went to this hotel party in Las Vegas. And we actually learned more about that incident. We learned that, that this rapper could be described as an icon. He was somebody who was very close to Sean Combs. And I think that contributed to more of Combs' distress, I guess, or anger, when he learned after the fact that she had attended this party. But we also learned that while she was at this party, the rapper and his partner asked Jane for basically a recommendation for someone who was in the lifestyle, basically the swinger lifestyle. And so that's, she provided one of her favorite entertainers, Cabral. And so we are still kind of making our way through the final weeks and months of their relationship before his arrest.
Wow, what a strange case that is for sure, and it gets every day more details coming out. Manuela Grinberg, thank you. Let's bring in our guest, Ashley Barker, of course, and Robert Dunn is still with us. Robert, what's your take on this case in terms of the feds proving beyond a reasonable doubt this racketeering?
Oh, wowzer. I mean, I just, I'm a bit speechless, to say the least. I've seen, racketeering cases, seen RICO trials, seen even sex trafficking cases. But this is, couldn't be more complicated. And the twists and turns with this Jane witness have been almost unbelievable. She started off being very, sympathetic, very straightforward. And as time has gone on, she's become a little bit more sarcastic and a little bit more, biting in response to the cross-examination. So I don't know what to say at this point. I'm sort of taken aback by this 6th day with Jane.
Long time. Final word, Ashley, quickly, your thoughts. Feds doing a good job, or is it getting to be too much?
I mean, it's one of those situations where you can only talk to the same witness for so many days before it just feels overwhelming. But I do think Robin made an excellent point there that when a witness's demeanor changes so intensely from direct to cross-examination, the jury really pays attention and they take a look at what that means for credibility.
Absolutely. Tenny Garagos doing the cross, Mark Garagos' daughter, for the defense in this case.